Carnby?
I'm in the library. It's awesome.
Don't touch anything. It probably contains treasures.
Do you really think I don't know the difference between a pulp novel and an Elsevier edition?
An Elsevier? I'd never have guessed that such a term were part of your vocabulary.
Oh yeah? Well, don't worry. I'm just full of surprises. Over.
Well, this is fucking creepy. I doubt the lights are going to help much, but it's worth a shot. And we have to recall that huge puzzle thing that's going on here. So there's probably going to be a bunch of hidden stuff. And a hell of a lot of reading, probably. So there's that. And this is probably going to be drawn out as all hell. I just have a bad feeling about a room this large. Ah. Jeremy? Grandpa Jeremy? I am a Morton. I realize that today I have tried for so long to escape my destiny, but my willpower has probably not strong enough. My fascination for the world of darkness has vanquished me, but I chose to resist cooperation. A choice my father never had because of that demon Deserto. The name Deserto keeps coming up. I'm going to go out on a limb here and assume he's connected to Lamb. Maybe Deserto is Lamb, and Lamb is actually some kind of immortal demon in human flesh. And that's what's going on there. Can't really be sure, but they keep dropping the name Deserto, and Lamb is apparently involved with this whole thing. So it's a bit of a logical leap, but well, when it comes to figuring out storylines like these before they actually reveal that stuff, it's usually a good idea to make a couple. For I understand early on that only light can vanquish darkness. The magnesium bullets that were made in Italy have a remarkable effect on the smaller creatures, but they have proved inadequate to deal with the stronger monsters dwelling deep in the entrails of the night. The work of the French scientist de Bogerly had greatly inspired my research. The properties of light he discovered and its undulating nature are remarkable. It is thus possible to concentrate and amplify it, to rupture its movement in phase, and thus transform it into a terrible destructive energy. Okay, so Jeremy apparently created some sort of special weapons to fight the demons. I'm guessing that's what this is all about. Also, he mentions magnesium bullets and phosphorus bullets and stuff like that, how they're good against the weaker demons and stuff like that, but not very good against the stronger stuff. So that's probably going to be my weapon upgrades. The next weapons I get are probably going to be Jeremy's weapons that are specially designed and all that. And, what else? I find it funny that Carnby decided to load himself up with magnesium bullets before even coming to the island. What's going on there, Carnby? Seriously, I really want to know what the fuck's up with Carnby. He knows way too fucking much. The information I possess about molecular structure of the shadows of the night is fragmentary, but my study of them has produced conclusive results that their capacities of absorption of light energy are limited. Photoelectric energy at certain high levels destabilizes its chemical structure. The molecules break down and the entire microsystem implodes. If I could build a weapon able to concentrate light energy by factors of up to 100 or even 1,000, then, if I had the technology, if there weren't limits, God, if only someone could help me. Apparently Jeremy, fuck, there it was again. Jeremy is creating some sort of early 1920s laser of some kind. Pretty cool, especially since you're fighting creatures of darkness and stuff like that. When Edenshaw defeated Deserto, that malevolent being who led our family down the path to dishonor, I knew that my Indian friend had been sent to me by the gods. Okay, so Edenshaw defeated Deserto. Okay. So Deserto probably actually is a demon, and Edenshaw appears to have sealed him up. Here's our sealed evil in a can. I have a feeling those tablets are going to be involved somehow. As a child, I saw him complete the incantation at the circle of stones facing in the direction of the conjunction. Deserto, who knew their power, employed his magical powers to dissimulate some of the statues from the eyes of man. Not really feeling my accent I'm going for Jeremy. Probably going to have to change that at some point. This date will January 13th, 1953. This date will remain engraved in my memory forever. My grandchildren were born today. God alone knows what they will make of their lives. Howard wants them away from Shadow Island. Howard Morton? Oh, wait. Did I get the father's name wrong, too? Fuck. I understand his reasons, but I fear that destiny will prove stronger than a poor father's desire. Okay, so Jeremy, Howard, and... yeah, okay. Good God, I'm fucking horrible with their names. October 14th, 1966. My research advances in leaps and bounds. Time is of the essence. I feel things staring down below, like they know that a date within destiny is nigh. Therefore, rays into our world of light are becoming increasingly frequent. With every new day, my study of the creatures of darkness greets me with new surprises. I feel that they all possess the same genetic heritage. The expression, however, is unsuitable. The entities are more closely related to minerals than organic life, but I find none better. It's as though they have all been cloned from the same root matter. Okay, if I'm understanding this right, the creatures of darkness can manifest themselves into the real world, even without the gates being completely open and stuff like that, as long as they're in the dark and somewhere near the right area. And they appear to all be descended from a certain central thing. I have a sneaking suspicion that's going to be the end boss. It's going to be the queen monster, and I'm going to have to kill it with some kind of giant, massive fucking laser that Jeremy created. Maybe, maybe not. December 5th, 1969. I have finally managed to strengthen the resonance power of the crystals. Now, only matter stands in my way. I tested the first version of the photoelectric pulsar, and it literally fell into pieces in my hands. I fear I must brace myself for long amounts of adjustment and careful tuning. Alan continues to show remarkable intuition. His mind seems to be perfectly in tune with the creatures of the night. He even claims that they obey his commands. However, I am unhappy with the direction his research is taking. So, Alan apparently is capable of controlling the creatures, and everybody's kind of worried about Alan because he's fucking scary as all hell. This is making things even more complicated. May 1st, 1973. My strength is abandoning me. Sharp pain shoots through my body, like arrows. I have still so much left to do. I now know that Alan belongs to another world entirely. For the first time ever, he told me about his real plans. He wants to fuse light and dark, to restore their original unity, to reunify them, so defying their separation. I think he has been waiting for the moment when I am too weak and too old to oppose him. God alone knows what he might do. For the first time in my life, last night, I prayed. Dun dun dun. Okay, very, very ominous writing from Jeremy Morton right there. Just double check. Let's see if I got the name right. No, Alan. Ah, Jeremy Morton. Yes. Yes, indeed. It is Jeremy Morton. Wonderful. So he's scared shitless of Alan, and he now knows that Alan is fucking scary as all hell, and he has a bunch of weird fucking issues. Okay, it really looks like a good spot for something to drop down on top of me. And I'm getting flashes that appear to be clipping through stuff. Glitches, glitches. Ah, looks like we have the Morton family photo album here. Richard Morton, back from an exploration in front of one of his ships. Ah, okay, so Richard Morton would probably be their great-grandfather. In that case, he does seem to be Okay. Oh god, this is going to be a long one. Alright. The history of the famous Boston dynasty is a tale full of unexplained events, surprises, and troubles. Some will claim my only goal in telling it is to damage the reputation of one of the most legendary fortunes of Massachusetts. I would like to say in my defense that I am simply doing my duty as a historian. Nothing good ever comes from Massachusetts. Massachusetts really is the gateway to hell. In this case, literally. Fuck you, Massachusetts. You suck. My account is based on reliable sources and interviews with witnesses who, though they may be evasive, are no less worthy of our interest. If I echo certain rumors, it is in the belief that they too are constitutive of the Morton family history. Price $6,000. Morton Oil Company. Rock Oil. Location Puebla, Venezuela. By Thomas A. Gale. So they're apparently from oil money. Okay. They're an old family from Europe that has a lot of oil money. Okay, there's like a number of things wrong with this, and it's starting to really sound like they were sort of born to be evil at this point. Oh god. Contract for the exploitation of natural resources in Puebla, Venezuela. Signed by a representative of the Venezuelan government and by Richard Morton. The Morton family roots in America go back to the time of the great demographic changes during the decades following the founding of the USA. Although it is important to reconstruct the family history further back than the beginning of the 19th century, it appears that the family originated from a small town of Whitechapel in Sussex, England. Whitechapel, of course, being famous for a certain serial killers. Yeah, Whitechapel isn't exactly a pleasant neighborhood, and let's just say it has a pretty storied history, to say the least. It was Richard Morton, a linen merchant, who led his family to the American continent. In 1823, he built the first paper factory on the heights of Beacon Hill. Okay, the creepy names just keep on coming. Oh god. Seriously, are these guys like trying to be scary as hell? The success of Morton Papers was dazzling. It was Richard Morton, though, his older brother, who founded the real Morton Empire by creating the Morton Oil Company on March 23rd, 1889 at the age of 37. It's in red. It's in red? That means there's probably a key of some kind. Wait, okay, so the puzzle said that this was second, so there's probably something of importance here. I'm probably going to have to come back to this book and find this thing. Page 8 of 49. Alright. I should probably get a sheet of paper and write this shit down, but not right now. The Iceman. The Iceman cometh, Sander, baby. The Iceman fucking cometh. Love that line. The Morton family's history of secrecy started with the discovery of a man in the ice during one of his company's prospecting expeditions in Greenland between 1891 and 1893. Richard Morton, the influential public figure, became increasingly reclusive, abandoning the powerful Boston society circles he frequented, to launch himself into daring expeditions that led him back, time after time, to the site of his first macabre discovery. Deserto is in the background. Holy shit, Deserto looks fucking creepy. He's got like one of those creepy, you're gonna get raped faces going on there. That guy is just, there's something wrong with that guy. Seriously, take one look at that guy. If that doesn't scream evil, I don't know what the fuck does. To assist in his missions, which sometimes ended in human and financial disaster, he called upon Swedish and Norwegian sailors and mercenaries, along who was a certain Judas Deserto. Judas? Really? Oh god. Seriously, the number of horrible things in this family's history, it's just stacking right the fuck up. Deserto was a risk-taker, a warrior, and a clairvoyant, interested in the arts of black magic. He was a suspicious character who seemed to have great influence over Richard Morton. Richard Morton sold his soul to the devil, and the devil is named Deserto. The exact cause of this terrible accident was never uncovered. Against expectations, the family business was flourishing.